Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome and thank you for watching. Please be sure to hit like, share, and subscribe, and that notification bell so that you're first to know every time I upload a new recipe, a new video, or go live. Today we're going to discuss the often misunderstood topic of forgiveness. Cutting right to the chase, forgiveness is solely for you and it's solely about you, no one else. Generally, most of us assume that in order to forgive someone, we also have to forget that said offense ever took place, remain in communication with those same people, or stay stuck and stagnant in that same space. And none of that is true. Forgiveness means laying the burden down, looking yourself in the mirror, giving you grace, allowing you to forgive, accepting apologies that you may never receive, ushering in new energy, making room for new business partnerships, new connections and friendships, and all around healthy communication with like-minded people, partnerships that may actually last you a lifetime. Before we move on, let's get into today's sponsor for our video, Primal Kitchen. Primal Kitchen houses a variety of plant-based and organic condiments sold nationwide at your local retailers. For more information, visit their website at Primal Kitchen Foods or follow them on IG. Use my special offer code PURPOSE for a 10% discount off of your purchase. The links are in the description box. In forgiveness, we also need to remember that we are all the villain in someone's story. We've all said or done something that we've needed to be forgiven for. There are times when we silenced and suppressed our own voice or didn't have the proper boundaries in place.
That's why I'm so sick of these bitches. I've been out you around. You won't think something like that. You won't think something like that. I don't understand how you won't be naked. I don't understand. You won't think how you want that time I wake up.
When the ego is in control, all healthy communication goes out of the window. I've learned by observation of myself and others that most human beings don't ever want to admit when we're wrong. It's almost as if we're admitting weakness or failure when that's actually the furthest thing from the truth. A ton of people grew up in toxic family dynamics where healthy communication was not the norm. You only know to repeat what you see. So if you're not witnessing healthy communication, that carries into your adulthood. It often shows up as repressed emotions that are expressed as anger or either completely shutting down. In order to heal it, we have to first choose to feel it, then deal with it. In our fast-paced society, most of us simply don't have time or choose to not sit with ourselves to unlearn so that we can adapt new ways to relate to other humans. The average communication style is protect and deflect, listen only to knee-jerk react versus respond, never question authority or your elders, they're always right, sweep things under the rug, therefore we never get to the root cause of the problem. Presenting new concepts is a foreign concept, revealing that you see someone other than the way that they view themselves. It provokes change in someone who hasn't elected to do so. Therefore, trying to force an apology out of someone who doesn't feel that they owe you one is your cue to move on. Which leads me right back to my original point of forgiveness being solely for you. I always say it's always best to try and attempt a conversation. Don't just silence yourself. Try to see if you can come to a resolve with said individual. But if your attempts are met with consistent force, it's time for you to question the level of importance of that connection. My personal motto is that the only true apology is actual changed behavior.
Or they are showing you through their behavior that the relationship is over.
Oh, yes, because it's true.
They may not have said the words,
Yes,
but they
have quit.
They have quit.
Yes. So you have to keep going. Let them walk out the door. Let them treat me in a way that is actually not that attractive. It's kind of a turnoff. Let them confuse me. Because there actually isn't anything confusing about people's behavior. It's your inability to accept it at face value that is confusing you.
Then I love this so much.
Let me, because you always get to choose. If this is your biggest hopes and dreams, to be with somebody that gaslights you and doesn't make you a priority, then choose it. And the only way that you know that you can powerfully choose it is if you can stop complaining about it. And so keep coming back to the let me part. Let me remind myself that I can always think whatever I want about this. And let me remind myself that I can stay, I can leave. I can decide what I put time into. I can decide what I don't put time into.
You say people can only meet you as deeply as they meet themselves. Most people haven't gone to therapy and they haven't looked at their issues and they don't want to. But the fact is, most human beings, you say, have never done the work to understand themselves. And so they can't begin to be what you need them to be because they haven't been able to do it for themselves. And a therapist shared this with you.
Yes. So my therapist is the smartest woman I've ever met, Ann Devin. And she said, Mel, most adults are just 8-year-olds in big bodies.
This understanding became crystal clear to me this year. We expect people to change or apologize for behavior that they don't think is problematic. They cannot change because who would they change into? Ladies, you need to make decisions that work best for you in this world. It doesn't matter who it is. Remove yourself from any toxic individual. Stop frustrating yourself by trying to change human beings who are simply being who they know how to be. You have to forgive yourself for overlooking any and all red flags. Forgive yourself for trying to fix other people. That is not your job. It doesn't matter who it is. Mother, father, sister, brother, aunt, uncle, cousin, niece, nephew, even your children. Leave people exactly where they are. Your job is for you to become self-aware so that you are aware. The moment that you decide that you are worth walking out of other people's messy lives is the moment that you'll walk into yours. You were placed on this earth to walk in and walk out your purpose. You have to let others decide their worth. Your family is your chosen family, not necessarily the ones that you were born into. If your family is toxic, you have to make the tough decision to sever that tie, choosing like minds that you can break bread and share great memories with. Ladies, keep in mind that we live in a society of double standards. We cannot afford to make the same mistakes that the men do, especially not publicly. When ushering new people into your life, choose people who choose you. Vet them by their actions and their communication style. Choose people who initially show you that they want to make things right.
Anger must be a very beautiful thing because so many people have taken to it. It's like Coca-Cola. There is substantial scientific evidence to show us today that if you remain angry for 5 minutes, you're literally poisoning yourself. Anger, resentment, hatred, jealousy, these are all poisons that you drink and you expect somebody else to die. Life does not work that way. If you are a conscious response to every situation that occurs around you, you would be out of rage. If you are in rage, small things may happen your way. But if you're out of rage, the universe will work for you.
Be sure to purchase a copy of my book, 39, An Open Letter to My Father, available on Amazon.com. You can read all about how I learned how to heal myself and my past traumas. I always say to forgive, never forget, but let go of the anger, the bitterness, the guilt, and the resentment. It doesn't serve you. Stay tuned for more Purpose Not Permission, mindset, meals, and motivation. Thank you for watching. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications, and I'll catch you in the next video.